the sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. And it's gonna be a beautiful day, that's plain to see.
Welcome to Bill Dance Outdoors, America's most popular and longest running TV fishing show.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
Come on out of there. I see you down there. There you go. Just wore you out in that log, didn't I? Oh, guess I did. Boy, he was wrapped up in that log. That's where a braid helps. Look how fat that one is. You know, right there is a prime example of pretty bass. You know, he was wrapped in that stuff right there. And the key to catching those fish, getting them out of there, is when one bushes you like that, you want to apply the same amount of pressure to him as he applies to you. Now there's a trick to that, and I'm telling you, it works. If that fish pulls 2 feet of line, you pull 2 feet. If he pulls a foot, you pull a foot. Now I said pull, not reel. There's a trick to that. If you reel, if he pulls 2 feet and you reel 2 feet, what you've done, you've limited his swimming space. He's got to swim to free himself. So if you continue to reel, you're limiting his swimming space. He's got to swim to be able to free himself. So if he pulls 2 feet, you pull back 2 feet. If he pulls a foot, you pull a foot. If he pulls 2 feet, you pull back 2 feet. You've got to allow him to swim. If you continue to reel, what you're going to do, you're going to reel him up so tight up against that cover he can't swim. And you'll put so much pressure on your line right there, more than likely your line's going to break, the fish will break off, or you're not going to be able to free your fish. So the key, when a fish hangs you up like that, he pulled, I pulled. He pulled, I pulled. And finally, he broke loose and I caught the fish. So the key is you've got to give him space to swim. You know, I think what makes bass fishing so much fun is the multitude of ways that you can catch them. Like the technique and method that I'm using today. Call it spin flipping, swinging, pitching, vertical spinning, or whatever you want to call it. But, like I said, whatever you call it, it's an exciting and very productive way of catching inactive largemouth, especially those that are relating to some type of a vertical situation, like the edge of, let's say, vegetation, the edge of vegetation, a bluff, a seawall, a dock, maybe a boathouse, standing timber, a piling, a stump, or any other type of cover. Anytime you can just take it and just pitch it and let it hit and go straight down by that cover. Anything that's vertical, standing, is what you're trying to do. This form of fishing is just another application of an old technique called flipping. Now in flipping, the fisherman simply pulls extra line off of a bait casting reel and swings the lure toward the target. Flipping allows you to comfortably cover a range, let's say of 15 to 20 feet. But the system I'm using today permits you to cover a much longer distance accurately, and it requires the use of a spinning reel instead of a bait casting reel. Now with open face fixed spool reels, you'll be able to drop your lure vertically right on the nose of a bass, regardless if he's 3 feet deep or 20 feet deep.
Dance Outdoors. Sponsored by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Rebel, catch fish anywhere. And by Mercury Marine, go boldly. Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development. Come experience the kind of beauty that can only be made in Tennessee. Go online today for your free Tennessee vacation guide.
Where you going, boy? A strong Jesse right there. Coming on around. Pretty fish too. Easy does it. Not easy, slide right up here on my hand. Come on. There we go. There's a pretty one. Pretty fish. That fish hadn't spawned out. Look how fat it is right here. Pretty one. See there, pretty thing. Bye-bye. The major advantage with this technique, what it does, it allows the lure, like a jig, a grub, a worm, or even a lizard, to fall straight down. Now the vertical drop appeals to the bass's reflex action, even when the fish are even buried up tight in thick cover, and is less likely to strike the bait. With the standard flipping method, what happens, the lure swings back through the water toward the fisherman, actually missing the strike zone. Now missing this zone is no different than making a backlash. Both ways your offering is missed the intended target. Even if the bass sees your lure, and if he's in a non-aggressive mood, he's not inclined to waste energy chasing it down. There we go. Come up out of there, buddy. Oh, look here. Another pretty fish. Bulldogged it. All right, come here. Come here. Come here. Easy, easy, easy. I got you. Oh, look at here. Isn't he pretty? Got you. Got a little ribbon worm got you, didn't it? Whoa, 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 whoa. He's pretty. Look how fat. It's a pretty shaped fish. Okay. Toodaloo. Little pockets and coves, ideal location for these fish. 62-degree water in here, 59 out there on the main lake. Some big stumps right there. There's another big one right there. What I'm trying to do is pitch to those where that bait will go straight down. What if I sit way back and cast to them, it hits and the bait falls back to me.
Today's show is brought to you by Quantum Rods and Reels. Quantum, performance tuned. Pure Marine Odor Eliminator eliminates foul fish odors from gear, compartments, and empty live wells. And Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Today's equipment log is brought to you by Ego Fishing and their all-new S2 slider landing nets with the most advanced handle extension technology. Take the battle to the water with Ego. Today's show is sponsored by Monster Marine Lithium. Lighter, stronger, longer. Bill Dance exclusive rods by Quantum. We have an action for you. And by Garmin. Fight your fish, not your fish finder.
Whoa, buddy. Yes, sir. Cut up there. Hang on. Big old fat hunky bunk, you. Come up here. Turn around. Turn around. Gotcha. Got it way back in there, didn't you? Like that. Isn't that a pretty one? Fish was right there in that shallow water. Up that power pole. Isn't that a dandy? Pretty little dorsal fin stuck up there and he's smiling. Hadn't spawned yet. I'm gonna put you back where you can do it, okay? See ya. We're using a 7-foot fast action quantum rod. And we're using a 15 size smoke quantum reel. This is a small reel. You look at it. Fits right in the palm of my hand. See that? It's a little bitty job. Small, lightweight. This little outfit is extremely balanced. It's plenty big. Now see that rod is so well balanced right there. Absolutely balanced. No weight whatsoever. Creates better sensitivity. Lightweight, I can fish this thing all day long, never get tired. Absolutely, never get tired. The rod, as I said, is a fast action rod. It's a smoke rod. It's made by Quantum. It's fast action, super sensitive tip, tremendous amount of backbone in the lower section of the rod. This little reel is got a smooth drag system. Just as smooth, not one jerk in it. Look, it's just as smooth as it can be. We've got it equipped with a 30-pound braid. That's a round braid. It's got tremendous castability to it. It's a quiet line. A round braid, it doesn't embed down into the spool. It's another feature I like about it. The section of braid comes down. We've got a uni knot tied here to a fluorocarbon leader, about 20 inches, to a 3/16 ounce slip sinker and a Gamakatsu wide gap offset hook. And the particular bait we're using a Bass Pro Shop 7.5 inch ribbon tail green pumpkin worm. And that's our outfit. That's what we're using today. There's one right there. Oh, come on, back out of here. Oh, get out of the tree. Get on back out of there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come here. Oh. He's a pretty one, isn't he? Right under the boat he hit it. Get that. Ready to get back down there and all that mess? Okay. Let's go back. You ready? Go.
The Bill Dance Question and Answer of the Week, brought to you by Bill Dance Exclusive Rods by Quantum. Whether you're fishing for panfish, bass, catfish, or light saltwater, we have the action for you. Available at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Ever wondered what makes one red worm better than another? Is it something they say? Nah. Is it their expression? Absolutely not. What is it? It's where they're born and raised. The nurseries at Wormville. Tell you what, let's take a look. Big, fat, healthy, 3-inch Wormville worms.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort. And by Garmin Force Trolling Motors, fish with force. Closed caption provided by Power Pole, the original shallow water anchor. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin and their GPS map series, Chart Plotter Sonar Combos, with their advanced sonar technology. Like Panoptic's Live Scope all-seeing sonar, you'll spend less time finding your fish.
Hey, for those of you who prefer to stand and fish for hours and need a little bit of relief, well, I've got the answer for you. It's the Palma Horse Boat Seat. It has Comfort Max Contour tight sling seats, breathable cool fabric, which promotes fast drying, and is mold and mildew resistance. All aluminum construction and has a 1-year warranty. Try one, you're gonna love it.
Come be part of Bill Dance Digital. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us.
There's a hit right there. You little rascal. You little hard pulling thing. You through? All right. Hit it. There we go. Pliers. Another little slanky bass. Pretty. Yes, you are. Hadn't spawned either. Full of roe. Okay. Bye-bye. Nice. Here's another little tip that'll help you more than you'll ever know. Every time you complete a cast and flip the bail cover, always apply a little bit of tension on the line. If you don't do that, the first wrap that goes on the reel is going to be loose, and that is definitely going to give you a fit. Let me show you how you can prevent or limit any problem from line coils coming off the reel, as well as softening the lure entry into the water. What you want to do is use your index finger to feather the line as it leaves the spool. All it involves is lightly touching the line as it comes off, and then applying a little more pressure as the bait nears the water surface. Whoa, boy. I don't know how I'm gonna get you. Come on back here. I know how I'm gonna get you. I'll just get you with this net. Come in here. That's the way to do that. Yeah, that picked that up. Okay, let's go home. I don't know what else to say, except we've had a great day. And we're gonna have to get out of here. But in closing, let me just say one thing. I think you'll agree with me on catching bass, and lots of them, just why many fishermen are on the water. So it makes all the sense in the world to know about vertical spinning and how it can work for you. Without that knowledge of this technique and how effective it is on bass, an angler, well, is just another fellow in a boat. We sure hope you've enjoyed today. We certainly have, and we hope to catch you again next week, right here.
Thanks for watching Bill Dance Outdoors. Join us here again next week.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.